On today's video, guys, we're gonna be going over my personal favorite list as far as off-menu exotic wood options through Kiesel guitars. So without further ado, let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this is your first time visiting, be sure to browse the library of content. We've got a lot of informative guitar discussion videos, so check that out. Subscribe if you haven't already. So let's get into our top picks here as far as off-menu exotic wood options from Kiesel. Starting off with number 1, Royal Ebony. As many of you guys probably know, Royal Ebony is commonly offered as a fretboard wood. It's gonna have those really nice, intricate streaks of both black and brown. Something that you may not know, you could also call in as an option 50 and order a Royal Ebony top. Really nice option if you're going for a clean, natural wood build. Royal Ebony is going to consist of really nice layers of light and dark brown patterns, a really jaw-dropping wood, especially if you get an upgraded top. So I'd highly recommend checking that out if you're looking for something a little bit more outside the box. Next on the list, guys, Cocobolo. Cocobolo is a beautiful exotic type of rosewood. Absolutely makes a stunning fretboard. As far as I know, within the brand of Kiesel, I believe it is just offered as a fretboard wood. I do know that in the past, they have used Cocobolo for shaft woods for their necks. However, I do recall it was noted at one time on a live stream that due to some stability concerns, it was discontinued as a shaftwood option. If you decide to go with a Cocobolo fretboard, this would be a call and option. I've seen Cocobolo in a lot of different types of colors, almost kind of has a sort of a reddish orange, kind of brown color to it. Can often have some very interesting figuring as well. I do know it is a fairly expensive wood when offered from most builders. I do know it is a very, very oily wood, which often makes it difficult to glue. There are also some health risks associated with working with Cocobolo. It can cause a lot of allergy issues as well. If you're just kind of getting bored with your typical off-the-shelf wood options as far as fretboards, I'd highly recommend checking out some Cocobolo. Next on the list, guys, Wenge. Wenge? Wenge? From what I've heard, Wenge is the correct way to pronounce this beautiful exotic wood. Now, you may already know Wenge is commonly used across many different makes of guitars for necks. You might find it in a one-piece construction or a multi-laminate construction. Now, I know specifically within the Kiesel brand that Wenge is not offered as a neck wood, just being that it is a very rough, textured, coarse feeling wood. Personal preference, some people love it, some people hate it, but I do know it is available as a top wood. Again, that's gonna be an option 50 call-in only. I'll show you guys a couple examples just from looking at some past Reverb listings. Really, really beautiful looking wood. If you get a really nice piece, just depending on how it's cut, you get that intricate kind of like zigzag sort of black and brown pattern. Really something that will catch the eye. I've seen both Wenge in satin as well as gloss, and I think it really does look pretty good both ways. Being that Wenge is a very rough, open grain wood, I would imagine expect quite a bit of texture if you go with more of a natural finish. Moving on to my personal favorite, and that of course is going to be Ziricote. You guys have probably seen the unboxing for this guitar. This is a multi-scale 6-string Osiris with a 7A master grade Ziricote top, which as you can see is just absolutely beautiful. Now, you may or may not know Ziricote could be ordered with or without sapwood. I personally like the Ziricote without the lighter sapwood. I just kind of like the consistency, just with like that rich, that black and brown swirly figuring. But again, to each their own, you go with whichever you feel is best. If I was going with a Ziricote top with that lighter sapwood, that section that's gonna be like right in the middle, I would probably go with like a lighter roasted maple fretboard as opposed to this ebony fretboard. But again, it's gonna be down to your personal preference. Reading a little bit more about the Ziricote wood, the figuring is described as something called spider webbing. Kind of a strange way to describe a wood, but it really does make sense when you take a really, really close-up look at the actual grain in the wood itself. Another really cool, underrated exotic top wood that you could get as an off-the-menu option would be Monkey Pod. Monkey Pod is a South American tropical exotic hardwood. Kind of has like a rich golden brown sort of color to it. I've only seen a couple examples, which I will be sure to post up on screen, but you can see it kind of has like almost a sort of a circular kind of rounded figuring to it, which I think really definitely sets itself apart from other types of wood. Maybe if you're looking for some inspiration on your next build, you might decide to call in after watching this video and order some Monkey Pod. There are other variants as far as walnut. You'll probably see the standard Clara walnut that is offered. You can take a look on their website. They do have a couple other variants as far as flamed walnut, burled walnut, which I have seen some really beautiful examples as well. So if you're looking to go out, elevate your all natural exotic wood build, these are other tops that would be worth considering. So those are gonna be my personal favorites on the list. I'm sure there could be quite a few other perhaps secret off-menu options for exotic top woods. Just wanted to go over my personal favorites to share with you guys. As always, this video is strictly made for general information discussion purposes. I'm not in any way affiliated with Kiesel Guitars, just an enthusiast wanting to share some information with the community of guitars. Be sure to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Share your experiences, your perspective as far as your exotic wood builds. I'm always curious to see what you guys have to say about it. That's gonna wrap it up for this one today, guys. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe for more. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.